What's a soulmate? A MariChat fanfiction. Hey, Marinette, Shat said, sitting on the edge of her balcony. Yes? She looked up from her biology homework to watch him stare out into the city. He had been there for a while, not saying a word, and Marinette knew why. The Akuma fight had been rather taxing on him. Apparently, the victim was close to him, and he didn't want to go home yet. Do you believe in soulmates? Marinette closed her books and thought for a moment. Is this about Ladybug? She asked. He didn't say anything for a while, and she began to worry. How could she encourage him to chase after her alter ego while she liked a different boy she saw every day? Maybe, he said. I know I'm young, but I guess I'm feeling a bit disheartened. Marinette stood up and walked over to him to scratch his back in comfort. My mother told me a story about soulmates once, she said. Oh yeah? And how does it go? It's that we have multiple soulmates. Multiple people are the one. What does that mean? It means that, yes, Ladybug could be your soulmate, she sighed, flinching at the encouragement she was giving him. But you might have another soulmate in the girl who sits beside you in class. He went silent again, mulling over her words while glancing at her suspiciously. What? She asked. Princess, if you're using that logic, then couldn't I be a potential soulmate? He teased, a Cheshire grin spreading across his face. Her breath caught for a moment as he leaned in, somehow aware of how conscious she became around boys. Oh, stop that, she tried to say, but instead of rolling it off as a joke, she felt herself becoming flustered. Marinette, are you blushing? Shat asked, touching his hand to her cheek to get a better look. Don't touch me! She exclaimed, a little louder than she meant to. I'm sorry, he said, flying away from her with his hands up. An awkward silence engulfed them. Marinette wanted to apologize, but she was too flustered to put the words together. Shat stood up after a few moments. Are you leaving? Marinette asked, her voice just above a whisper. Yeah, I'd better go. Hey, Shat? Yes, Princess? Any girl would be more than lucky to have you as their soulmate, even if it's just potentially. He gave her a smile, but his eyes portrayed some sort of swirling emotion hiding behind them. Thank you, Marinette, he said, matching her whispering tone. You could stay a little while longer, help me study. I think it's about time for you to get your beauty sleep, Princess. So you're leaving me in the tower? Shat was surprised by her suddenly flirtatious line. He glanced over and saw that she, too, was surprised by the boldness of her own question. I'll come back for you, he winked. You are my potential soulmate, after all. She rolled her eyes and slugged him playfully in the arm. I'll see you around, silly kitty, she said. They waved goodbye, and he leaped away into the night, leaving Marinette to measure how unusually warm her cheeks were. Thank you so much for listening. This was a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. If you'd like more, you can subscribe to the channel, and in the meantime, here's a Miraculous Ladybug fanfic playlist specific to the MariChat fic.